I always thought the Leaning Tower of Pisa was just a quirky tourist attraction, until I learned what engineers did to save it. So here's the thing, they didn't actually straighten it, they carefully reduced the tilt just enough to keep it standing for another few centuries. And the way they did it? It's one of the most precise engineering operations ever attempted. And I'm going to break down exactly how they pulled it off. So, the tower started leaning the moment they built the third floor back in the 1170s. Turns out, the foundation was only 3 meters deep, basically nothing for a 14,000-ton stone tower, and beneath it, soft clay and sandy layers that compressed unevenly. The south side sank faster, and boom, instant lean. I ran the numbers, and the tower was tilting at 5.5 degrees by 1990. That's about 4.5 meters off vertical at the top. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The original builders knew it was leaning, so they tried to compensate by making the upper floors slightly curved in the opposite direction. Later engineers pumped concrete grout into the foundation in 1838, thinking it would help. But check this out. It actually made the tower heavier and increased the tilt even more. Classic case of making things worse by not understanding the soil underneath. Every fix just accelerated the problem because nobody was addressing the real issue. Sauber dam. So, in 1990, they shut the tower down completely. They wrapped it with steel cables anchored into the ground and installed monitors everywhere to track every millimeter of movement. The goal was simple: stabilize first, then fix. They placed 600 tons of lead ingots, that's like 10 city buses, on the north side as counterweights, basically pushing down on the high side to balance things out temporarily while they figured out the real solution. I love this part because it bought them time to think. And this is where the engineers got really clever with something called soil extraction or under-excavation. They drilled 41 tiny angled tunnels under the north side of the foundation and removed soil one small scoop at a time. I'm talking millimeters per day. The idea was to let the tower naturally settle back towards center as the north side sank just a little bit. No vibration, no sudden movements, just gravity doing the work. Over several years, from 1999 to 2001, they reduced the tilt by about 45 centimeters at the top, rolling it back to where it was in the 1800s. They reopened it in 2001, and it's been stable ever since, still leaning at about 4 degrees. So here's what I love about this project and why I think every engineer should study it. The team didn't try to force a solution or rush the process. They worked with the soil, not against it. Every step was measured, every movement tracked in real time. They removed maybe a cubic meter of soil total over years. That's less than what fits in a bathtub, to move a 14,000-ton tower. The lesson? Sometimes the best fix is the smallest, most careful one. Patience beats brute force every single time. And the tower still leans. By the way, that's completely intentional. They gave it a safety margin of about 300 more years, but kept the 4-degree lean that makes it famous. It's a perfect example of respecting the problem, understanding the ground beneath your feet, and fixing the cause instead of just treating symptoms. So whether you're stabilizing a medieval tower or solving any complex problem, the approach is the same. Measure everything, move slowly, and always understand your foundation. Now go engineer something incredible. So that's how engineers saved one of the world's most iconic buildings without actually straightening it. They played the long game, trusted the data, and proved that sometimes doing less is doing more. The Leaning Tower of Pisa isn't just a monument anymore, it's a masterclass in patient, precise problem solving. And honestly, that's way cooler than if it were just straight.